Welcome back, everyone. This is another fun bike I really love called the All-City Space Horse Canti. Let's dig in. This is a 2017-2016 All-City Space Horse Canti. I've had this bike for about a year and a half. It is not a frame I've owned since new. Bought it used. Always wanted one of these. Love the Canti version. Love the paint. Love the pump peg. And sourced one locally here in Minneapolis. So this build kind of started out as a rando build. I've been a huge randonneuring fan for a long time. I love the style of the bikes, the fenders, the 650B wheels, the front rando bag. But as things have evolved and gravel's become super popular, this has kind of become my long distance, all day on the bike rando bike. And I've done some somewhat bigger rides on this bike, but certainly more to come. And as my style has changed, I kind of went from 650B 700 and have moved from the bag to this Swift Zeitgeist bag, which I really think works well up here. Super versatile. I did have a rando bag on this bike with a decalier, which kind of holds the bag on, but I realized if I kind of went to a more universal bag like this, I could use it on my other bikes like my Clem they saw in the earlier video. This bike has some kind of interesting things about it, so kind of maybe before we get there, it's got some of my favorite brakes I've ever used, the Paul Mini Moto. These are super powerful. They're hard to believe with disc brakes and hydros on the market, but these are almost too powerful. One finger braking all day long. Some custom built wheels, tubeless tires, some Rene Hurst Snoqualmie Pass 700x44 extra light, which is important. They ride like butter, super fast. This bike as well has a dynamo system, a little more fancy. It's got a sun hub, the wide body. It's got a Bush & Mueller front and rear light. Love this little one here. As we kind of go down the drivetrain, I wanted something a little bit more unique that I haven't tried before. So I've had doubles, I've had one-bys before. There's a company out of England called Ratio that makes a shifter upgrade. So if you have one of these shifters, you can buy the Ratio gear. It goes inside the brake lever. It allows you to turn a 11-speed shifter like this into a 12-speed shifter. So that kind of intrigued me. I kind of put that on the shelf. And then when the Ceramic Explorer system came out, 10x44 tooth rear cassette, I thought that would be perfect for doing randonneuring rides. And so I put an Explorer cassette on this bike. So it's got a 10-44 tooth. The front's a 40. And then I use that Ratio system in this brake lever. So this is actually a 1x12 mechanical. And as you can see, it shifts pretty well. Really appreciate having that 44, 40, a little bit more than 1-to-1. Good for any of those big climbs that we have here in Minneapolis near the river valleys. This is a great bike. A couple of bling things I like to put on every bike, just a little bit. Again, those Paul brakes. This is my first Chris King headset I've ever had on a bike, and so I love that. Got my bell. My favorite drop bars at the moment are these Redshift kitchen sink bars. They have some nice flare, area for your hands. I like a bar that has a little bit of reach so I can kind of plant my hand right there behind the shifter, move it up and down. Really important on long rides to kind of move your hands around. Yeah, that's the All-City Space Horse Canti. Thanks.